Welcome to the AI Resilient Woman's AI Workshop. In today's video, we will be discussing how you, as a professional woman, can use Claude for thoughtful analysis and strategic thinking. This is part 7 of our Meet the Big Four LLM series. Let's get started. As I mentioned, we will be discussing today how you, as a professional woman, can use Claude for thoughtful analysis and strategic thinking. Before we dive in, I am excited to announce that I will be releasing a book in summer 2026 called The AI Resilient Woman's Career Guide, a modern career playbook for professional women ready to understand how AI fits their career, not replaces it. So you may be wondering, what are the big four LLMs? They are just the AI assistants that are popular to use today. We are discussing Claude by Anthropic because that is our tool of the month in our AI Resilient Women's, a 12-month journey to AI fluency for non-technical women. We have discussed, and you may see this familiar icon, which is ChatGPT. We will be discussing in future months Google by Gemini as well as Perplexity. So, what is Claude by Anthropic good for? Now, it is known as a deep thinker, and its strengths are long documents, doing an analysis, and reading comprehension. It is great for using Claude as an AI assistant for corporate documents, policies, SOPs, contracts, and research. It is known for its accuracy, calm tone, and careful reasoning. And it's best when you need summaries, insights, breakdowns, and careful responses. So, what does Claude do best? It excels at deep reasoning, as I mentioned, thoughtful analysis, and nuanced explanations. While some AI tools focus on speed and structure, Claude shines when tasks require deeper thinking, thoughtful writing, and complex reasoning. Think of Claude as a reflective strategist you can use that will help you think through ideas before taking action. So, again, we are going to be talking about how you can use Claude for thoughtful analysis and strategic thinking. And this is just an overview that I gave in part 6, where I talked about some of the ways you can use Claude by Anthropic. It excels when you need help thinking through workplace challenges, leadership decisions, communication strategy, and career positioning. Claude often produces responses that feel more reflective and nuanced. So, we're going to step through a few use cases where you can use Claude for thoughtful analysis and strategic thinking. First up is human resources, or HR. The scenario is an employee conflict is escalating. How can Claude help? Well, it can help you analyze both perspectives, suggest a professional approach, outline conversation strategies, and identify risks that may be legal, emotional, or cultural. Let's take a look at our sample prompt. It is, and I've highlighted, and if you saw a few of my other videos, I talk about the golden prompt formula. If this is your first time, greetings. I am so glad you're here. But I talk about the golden prompt formula, which will help you get amazing personalized responses if you just take the time to use this structure. We have our persona. You are an experienced HR strategist and conflict resolution expert who helps professionals handle team challenges with fairness, emotional intelligence, and professionalism. You give clear, practical guidance in a warm, supportive tone. The task is Help me think through how to address a conflict between two team members. And what you can do at the bottom is you can enter whatever that conflict is. Just make sure you leave out names or any type of personalized confidential company information. The details. I am an HR professional managing ongoing tension between two employees that is affecting team morale and productivity. I want to remain neutral, address the root issue, and protect team dynamics. Please provide the following: a clear step by step approach, key considerations before conversations, suggested language for discussions, potential risks, and how to manage them. And the tone should be clear, calm, professional, and confidence building. This is a great HR use case where you can use Claude again as an assistant for thoughtful analysis and strategic thinking. Now, let's take a look at an operations use case. The scenario is a process is inefficient and leadership wants improvements. How can Claude help? You can use Claude to identify bottlenecks, suggest process improvements, evaluate trade offs, and outline implementation steps. So let's take a look at our sample prompt to see what that looks like. You are an experienced operations strategist and workflow optimization expert who helps operations professionals improve processes with clarity, efficiency, and practical decision making. You give thoughtful, structured guidance in a warm, supportive tone. Analyze the pros and cons of centralizing versus decentralizing the following workflow. I am evaluating a workflow decision and want to understand how each option affects efficiency, communication, accountability, and team capacity. Please provide a side by side comparison, key advantages and risks, important decision factors, and a practical recommendation. Use a clear, calm, professional, and confidence building tone, and you could either upload or enter the workflow below. That is our use case for operations that you can definitely help to streamline some of the time that it would take, maybe an hour, maybe longer than that, maybe a few hours. Using Claude by Anthropic for your AI assistant could help you dwindle that time down, reduce it significantly by just minutes. Now, let's take a look at an administrative use case. Our scenario is you are supporting leadership and need to prioritize competing requests. Claude can help you evaluate urgency versus importance, suggest prioritization logic, identify stakeholder impact, and recommend communication approaches. Let's take a look at our example prompt. You are an experienced administrative strategist who helps professionals manage priorities, support leadership, and stay organized under pressure. You provide clear, structured, and practical guidance in a warm, supportive tone. Help me think through how to prioritize the following multiple competing requests. I want to prioritize effectively while maintaining professionalism, meeting expectations, and managing time realistically. Provide the following, and we want to put when we put on our tone here, your tone should be clear, calm, professional, and confidence building. I put the tone here to show you it doesn't always have to be at the end. You can put it wherever you believe it should fit in the prompt. So you're asking Claude to provide the following: a clear prioritization approach, how to evaluate urgency versus importance, guidance on communicating priorities to stakeholders, suggested language for managing expectations, and potential risks and how to avoid them. And you can either enter the request below, or again, you can upload a document so that Claude can analyze it and give a response. Now, let's take a look at a marketing use case. Our scenario is choosing between two campaign strategies. How can Claude help? Claude can help compare messaging approaches, evaluate audience impact, identify risks and opportunities, and suggest positioning. Let's take a look at our example prompt. You are an experienced marketing strategist who helps professionals make thoughtful, data informed decisions about messaging, positioning, and campaigns. You give clear, practical guidance in a warm, supportive tone. Analyze the pros and cons of the two marketing approaches listed below. I am a marketing professional deciding between a brand focused campaign and a conversion focused campaign. I want to understand how each approach may impact audience engagement, results, and long term value. Please provide the following: a side by side comparison of both approaches, key advantages of each, potential risks or limitations, factors to consider based on goals and audience, a practical recommendation, and you can enter your marketing approaches below. And if you are a marketing, administrative operations, or HR professional, type in the comments if these prompts are helpful, okay? Our last example of how you can use Claude for thoughtful analysis and strategic thinking is a leadership use case. Our scenario: making a decision that impacts a team or department. How can Claude help? Claude can help as an AI assistant to evaluate short term versus long term impact, identify potential risks, suggest a communication strategy, and explore alternative approaches. Let's take a look at our example prompt. You are an experienced leadership advisor who helps professionals make thoughtful decisions, lead with clarity, and communicate effectively during change. Help me think through the following leadership position decision, and you can enter the leadership position decision in those brackets. I am a leader considering a decision that will impact my team's structure, workload, or direction. I want to evaluate the potential impact, communicate clearly, and make a thoughtful, well informed decision. Please provide the following: key considerations before making the decision, potential risks and opportunities, how this may impact the team short term and long term, guidance on how to communicate the decision effectively, a structured way to approach the decision. And our tone is clear, calm, professional, and confidence building. This is all for our use cases, again, of how you can use Claude by Anthropic as an assistant for thoughtful analysis and strategic thinking. As a friendly reminder, you can download your free guide of the AI Resilient Woman, a 12-month journey to AI fluency for non-technical women. The link will be in the description box. Queen, I hope you join us on this journey. Have a great day.